new releases to talk about, but looks like I'm not done yet with this year in terms of new releases. But finally, I had a chance to see a new release, and that is Freaky, directed by Christopher Landon and starring Vince Vaughn and Kathryn Newton. So the story revolves around a teenage girl named Millie, played by Kathryn Newton, a teenage girl who is suffering from bullying in school, as well as she's also coping with the death of her father and has very few little friends. But unfortunately, her whole world turns upside down when she encounters the bliss-filled butcher, played by Vince Vaughn, who stabs her with a mystical dagger known as Ladola, which causes them to switch bodies. So Millie, now in the butcher's body, has 24 hours to get her body back before the body swap remains permanent. I had a lot of fun with this one, and I was like, yes, this is definitely what I needed. This is like next level of comedy when it comes to horror films. I mean, Vince Vaughn is the reason to watch this film alone. He is the best thing about this movie. This will probably won't win like any like big awards. I'm for sure of that. Uh, this is just a movie that you can just sit back and enjoy yourself if you're the type of person who loves horror mixed with comedy. And for the most part, it does a perfect job with a pretty good job with that. I wouldn't say perfect. It's close to perfect. Pretty close. But in terms of performances, I really liked Vince Vaughn, and he does such an amazing job playing this teenage girl trapped in a grown man's body who is a serial killer. As for Kathryn Newton, I didn't really mind her as well, and and when it comes to the kills in this movie, there were like some that make me like, holy shit. And if you see the movie, you'll know the type of kills that will make you be like, holy shit, that was brutal. And there's quite a few. And if you, like I said, if you watch the movie, you'll probably know what I'm talking about. And also, this is not the first time that Christopher Landon has, like, directed a horror film with a similar scenario that most of us are pretty much familiar with at this point. Because this is basically Freaky Friday if it was a slasher film. I mean, we're pretty much familiar with some of his work when it comes to horror. He also directed the Happy Death Day films, which were inspired by Groundhog Day as well as Edge of Tomorrow. When you like die over and over again, but you try to like solve your own murder. Uh, I mean, personally, I have not seen Groundhog Day nor Edge of Tomorrow, or I mean, I've seen bits of Happy Death Day, but that's just, I'm just being honest. I haven't seen any of those films. Just don't judge me. It's on my to-do list. Believe me, it is. But if you really want me to nitpick this film, well, for the most part, there were at least a few characters that I didn't really particularly give a shit about. Like, you have this teenage girl who is gorgeous, and she looks like she's the type of girl who would at least be attractive enough to make a few good friends, but she's somewhat a target of bullying, and it just really didn't really make too much sense. But like almost everybody, I mean, like I said, she has like a very few friends. Though no, her friends I really liked for the most part, especially the gay guy. I mean, uh, and at first, I mean, this might be a minor spoiler. Um, in some cases, like you would expect of the gay guy to die in horror films, but in this case, he didn't, which really surprised me. Um, but the kills for the most part are brutal, and I'm like, holy shit! Now that I'm okay with. Though, though it is almost a bit predictable at times about like who is gonna die, and all there's at least like a few people like I was happy that did die because like I said, some of these people that Millie bump into, especially even one of her teachers is a major, major asshole. It's just, uh, and uh, that's really that's mostly my biggest issue. Those are mostly my biggest issues with the film. So I saw this twice. The first time I saw it, there was nobody in the auditorium, and I was like, "There's nobody here but myself. This is perfect." So I felt completely free in regards to laughter, and there were moments throughout the like some of the movie where I laughed my ass off, and it was to the point where it overpowered the sound system, and I'm just like, it was pretty much like I was having the time of my life because this is the type of theater going experience that I needed, and I saw it recently with a few of my friends, and I was like, guys, we have to get together to see this. We wore masks, of course, and I even brought my own wipes to wipe down the seats just in case the people who were supposed to like wipe down the seats and everything and make sure they're cleaned and everything. I always bring my own wipes just in case. So that's how precautious I'm being. I mean, I'm just taking every single precaution I can just to do what I can to see new releases so I can review them for you guys. And I always like, I mean, I'm just trying to stay careful because, I mean, the pandemic is still going on, and I'm just like, uh, I know it's a major risk, but just gotta do what I gotta do, I guess. So overall, I just thought this was a fun time for me. I'm gonna give Freaky a B plus. Also, on a quick side note, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are thinking what I thought of the film Tenet. I did see it. In fact, I saw it on Labor Day weekend when it came out. I did see it, though I planned on reviewing it, though I honestly didn't really know the right way to describe the plots because it was going to be hard for me to talk about the film without mentioning spoilers. Uh, for the most part, I did like the movie. I wouldn't go so far as to say it's Christopher Nolan's masterpiece, but I did like the movie. It was really good. But I know there was like moments where the film can be a bit slow and at times a little bit boring, but I still like the movie either way. And when it comes to a new Christopher Nolan film, I'm all in. Also, I wanted to apologize for not completing my third annual Halloween special. I've thought about doing this. Probably later, I will combine my thoughts on Sleepaway Camp as well as The Exorcist into one video. It's something that I haven't done for a while. I've done that back then with the Star Wars prequels video, and I think I might do it for that one just to finally wrap up my post Halloween special so I can finally be done with that and get that off my shoulders. Um, and also, there's my Sean Connery memorial video, which I still want to do because Sean Connery was very special to me, especially back when I was a kid. When my grandfather showed me his Bond movies, and yeah, those were very important to me. So definitely have some things to say about that. Guys, thank you so much as always for watching. I'm looking forward to doing more videos really soon. And if you want my thoughts on old or new movies, of course, you know where to find me.